you want to see out of the number one offense this week?
Well, I want to see efficiency, obviously, as always. We want to be have great up-tempo offense. We want to be able to get in and out of the huddle and execute. It's going to be they have a good defense, got some good rushers and stuff like that. Got some good players, so it'll be a good challenge for us, and we're excited to go on the road. That's one of the biggest things we want to see is us go on the road and respond on the road and see how we can do there.
You like that? The stadium is obviously kind of unique right now. You guys played there last year too. You like
Yeah, it's definitely an intimate stadium. Not many people, but it's right up on you and stuff like that. At the end of the day, we'll play in the park if we got to. It don't matter where we play.
Seems to be increasing his reps every single time. How do you feel like that connection's
Well, he had a great day today. Brandon did. I mean, he looked exceptional today. He's I think he's got the most catches of all active receivers in the National Football League. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure the guys that are playing right now. And so he's played a lot of football, and he knows how to get prepared. He knows how to play at the highest level. He looked really, really good today. Made a lot of great catches. Caught the ball in the end zone. Made some great catches in the field today. He's showing up, and so he's working his tail off.
Where's your comfort level with throwing it to him, whether it's covered or not?
It's one of those things you can throw it anywhere and he's gonna catch it. That's a good thing. So he makes the quarterback look good. That's for sure. He makes all the plays, and you just want to give him a chance to make plays. He's doing that.
How much is this offense miss Doug Baldwin being out here, or can he just roll on up?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think about how sharp we've looked over the past few weeks, and unfortunately, Doug hasn't been here, playing right now. But fortunately, we look really good, when I say that, I mean we're missing one of the best receivers in the National Football League in Doug Baldwin. He's a star, in my opinion, the best slot receiver in the game, and really one of the best receivers in the game just overall. And he's done it all. And so he's been out, but we know that he's going to be super sharp when he comes back in. He knows the offense like crazy, and he's ready to roll. So. And he's a great leader. He's been leading our guys in that way, and that's been good for us.
McKissick and Process both seem to be making a lot of plays today. Even with Penny out, how good do you feel about the depth of that position?
Yeah, the depth of the running back position is huge. You think about obviously we're missing Penny, but you think about guys like Mike Davis who can make a lot of plays. You think about obviously C.J. Process who got back in there today. Officially really playing today. And then obviously J.D. McKissick too as well had a great day today too. It's exciting. It's exciting to see that all the guys make plays, make the right cuts in the run game, to make the right blocks in the pass protection game, to be really smart players, to be pushing each other competitively in a good way, and then ultimately we love playmakers, and those guys can make all the plays that you can imagine.
Chris Carson looks like a different back from last year. How does he look today?
Well, he was pretty impressive last year. To think about how he came in as a rookie and all the plays and all the things he did starting off. But he's a star running back in this league, and I think everybody will see that coming up this year.
What do you see? The offensive line seems like it's really starting to become a set five guys up there and all that. How are you seeing that come together?
Well, for the first time in I don't know, a while, in my opinion. Really, since probably the year we won the Super Bowl, we've had a consistent offensive line in practice, and that consistency is huge. Obviously guys fill in every once in a while, but I mean I think that from obviously all the way from the left side to the right side, we're really solidifying our line and what we're doing and the calls and everything else, and it makes a difference. It makes a big difference in terms of communication and how guys step up and how they play, and I think Coach Mike Solari is doing a tremendous job. We were in the offensive line. We were in the meeting room yesterday actually, and just how he installs certain things or really talks about football, talks about what they're going to do, what we're going to do, and obviously Coach Schottenheimer leads the way in that. But it's just also to listen to Coach Mike Solari, really explain. Blocking schemes and what we're trying to do in the pass protection game and why we're trying to do it, and really explain the whys of football. And his meetings are very interactive. You get to you learn a lot. So it's cool just to watch one of the best offensive line coaches in the game of football, and he's been that for a long time. To have him on our football team is a good thing.
During your Super Bowl seasons, you had basically one guy, Marshawn Lynch, taking the majority of the carries. What does it do to defenses when you can throw two guys like Carson and Penny at them?
Well, it's tough. I think the year back in the day when we won the Super Bowl, obviously Marshawn running the football is, arguably one of the best running backs to play the game. And then we also had Robert Turbin come in, and he was such a powerful back, could catch the ball really well. He was such a great playmaker too as well, and Turbo. And then, and I think now we have such a great stable of guys that are flashy, can catch, can pass protect, can do it all. And they're really, really smart, and the best part is they're really young, and they know that they're going to have a great careers coming up, and I think they're working for that, and that's the great thing for us.
Where are you with the fundamentals of footwork and just the new coaching that Schottenheimer's doing with the team? How familiar is it right now?
Well, I feel great. I mean, I think, football's football at the end of the day. I think that, 5 steps for the most part, and 7 steps 7. But I think that more than anything is just trying to be really balanced and just trying to, go through all the progressions, all the reads, and do everything that I need to do. It's just an everyday thing, and I've always thought that way. But I think that, Coach Schottenheimer is really doing a tremendous job of coaching me up. I think Coach Dave Canales is too. We're having a lot of fun. The thing that I love the most is probably just all the meetings that we're having, and just the conversations around what we're trying to do and why we're trying to do it. And I think that's the thing that I love more than anything else. It's been exciting to see to be a part of, and just the passion of the game.
Starting second.
Say that one more time.
Starting second.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of guys that have come in and out and played a lot, so it's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be an interesting battle to see throughout training camp, and who the starters are going to be at our defensive back positions. You had Dante, who's played a lot of football. Actually went to NC State, so I used to play against him when I was younger too at NC State, and a good player, played for 49ers. Then you have Maxwell, who's done so many great things across the league, and obviously for us, a very instinctive guy. Obviously you have Griff over there locking it down over there. You have so many different people that are playing, competing right now, and so I think it's gonna be very interesting to see who fills in and who plays. I'm sure I've left some guys out, but just I don't want to go on forever about it. But I think we're going to be really good at the cornerback position.
How much faith do you have in David Moore?
David Moore looks really good too. He's going up and catching the football. He's explosive after the catch. He's physical, and he's really working his tail off to be great. So that's what I love playing with him. And all of our receivers are really working. But David's a great competitor. And you get to see that, and he's a freak of nature in terms of how he catches the ball and makes plays after the catch.
With so many young players on the team this year, and you're obviously in your 7th year and all that. Have you felt compelled to do any more kind of like reaching out to guys and talking and kind of being a leader on the field and things like that in the past?
Yeah, I think that there's more explanation on the field. I think there's a few examples today, just explaining, okay, we did good there, but hey, this is what we really want to do here, and just trying to be. I think. Letting guys know they're doing a great job, and also saying, hey, this is how we can this is how we can be even better. Hey, anticipate this. This may happen. This may happen. And just giving guys all of the nuances of what could and could possibly could happen, and within a game and within a particular opponent or whatever it may be. And that's what I love doing. I just love talking ball, and I think in terms of everything else too is I think that. Our team is really growing just as men too. We're a very young team. I grow every day, and a lot of these guys too as well. And so just having those collective conversations about life and about growth and about what success looks like and how to do it and how to have it on and on and on again, it's cool. And I think that's the responsibility, one, of playing the quarterback position, but also of going in my 7th year and everything else. It's part of the job, and I love it. And I just love being around guys.
Locker room, notice Earl Thomas gone, or are you at the point where you guys are so much into the day-to-day that you're moving on?
Well, we had to be able to focus on the next opportunity of practicing the next day. But of course, we love Earl. He's a brother to us. He's a guy that he's put so much blood, sweat, and tears into our organization here for the Seahawks, and he's a great friend. I get to see Earl every once in a while. The kids get to hang out a bunch, and just to see him and just to be around him. But I think also too is that it is anytime in sports, there's business to it, and there's also, and I think a lot of people forget that it's, this is our livelihoods and everything else. This isn't just, it's fun and it is games, but it's not just fun and games, if that makes sense. It's real life, and I think that Earl's working his way through that, whatever that may be, and hopefully we can get him back out here. I know one thing about Earl Thomas, he's in my opinion the best safety to ever step on the field, arguably, and I believe that he'll be ready to play, when he decides to, if he decides to come back and if he's ready to roll.
Russell, non-football question. I know
Yep.
you're a big music guy. Any thoughts on Aretha Franklin's passing? Did you ever have a chance to see her or meet her or anything?
I never. That's one of the concerts I never got to go see it live in person. But I know Aretha Franklin meant a lot to Sierra, meant a lot to me. I remember growing up to Aretha, and my whole family dancing and singing to it. But there's a time and place, I guess. And she, the thing about her, and I was thinking about it today as I was going on the field, actually, ironically, because we were playing some Aretha in the locker room. But I think that at the end of the day, what are people's legacies? And what do you want your legacy to be? Whether if you're a quarterback, whether if you're a singer, whether if you're a teacher, whether if you're whatever, no matter what we do, I think that we have to think about that more. And she lived a legacy of inspiring women, of inspiring people. She was a woman of culture, a woman that was able to, really change the circumstance of music, and so to think about that and what she's done and the legacy that, legends never die, as you know, and she's one of those people. So, I know that she'll be up in heaven smiling down and singing her tail off, but yeah. So I never had the chance to go actually see her live though in person.
Russ, at the running back position, have you been able to look at Gerald Holmes at all? At Gerald Holmes?
Yeah, he's been good. He had a good day the other day, and he's physical. He just got here not too long ago, so he's still learning the plays and stuff like that. But he's a tough guy for sure. Thank you guys. Yep, go Hawks.